Ukrainian citizens continue dealing with the fallout of missile and drone strikes on energy infrastructure here in Kyiv, the capital, and in 7 other regions. Kyiv's mayor Vitaly Klitschko telling the Ukrainian media that, quote, "We are doing everything to avoid this," talking about the possibility of evacuations in Kyiv, the capital, some 3 million people.
Ми робимо все для того, щоб цього не відбулось.
Our enemies are doing everything to keep this city without heat, electricity, and water supply. And in general, they want us all to die. How well we hold out depends on how well we're prepared for different scenarios. The future of our country and the future of every single citizen depends on this.
Ukrainian officials here are taking steps to ensure for contingencies in every possibility, which includes the capital being without heating and running water for several days to weeks. They say they have to plan for that because of the repeated amount of strikes on the capital and other regions, some of them unable to be prevented because of Ukraine's patchwork of anti-air defense. We also know that 17 countries in the EU have sent 500 generators here to Ukraine. The G7 has also vowed to make a kind of working group to help Ukraine repair and replace its energy infrastructure, some 40% of which has now been damaged by Russian airstrikes. We also saw that in Kherson, Russian state media is reporting that the Novokhovka Dam has been hit. They say Ukrainian artillery hit it with HIMARS. Of course, this has not been able to be verified by Reuters, but we know that Ukraine has alleged that Russian forces have mined the dam there and are planning to blow it to kind of slow down the Ukrainian counteroffensive in the region. It would flood some 80 settlements there. It would slow down the counteroffensive by about 2 to 3 weeks, according to Ukraine's intelligence office, though it would have immediate environmental impacts, and it would be a mass casualty event by all estimations. We also saw that the Washington Post is reporting the Biden administration is privately urging President Volodymyr Zelenskiyy to open up peace talks, that some countries may be feeling, quote, fatigue. 2 officials telling the Washington Post this, saying, quote, "Ukraine fatigue is a real thing for some of our partners," stressing that especially countries in Latin America and Africa and some EU countries that have been hit by high gas prices or food prices because of the grain deal or because of gas may be wary of this 8-month-long conflict now and want to see signs that Ukraine is willing to negotiate, though the Washington Post stressed in the article that the officials did not mean that Ukraine should come to the negotiating table now, just signal that it was ready to negotiate in the future.